Now then, hey up my ducks. I've decided to do, I was supposed to be going on a walk with one of the rambling groups today, but it would have been a 3 hour round trip, and because the weather was a bit iffy as well, a 3 hour round trip, if it's going to be crap weather, I will do it though. Hopefully they're going to do it again later on in the year. It was in a lovely area as well, but so I'm decided I'm still going to do a long walk, but well, I'm going to do quite a bit of considerably longer walk than what I would have done if I'd gone on the Ramblers walk. I'm just dropped onto the EREWASH Canal, which is one of 2 canals that's on my doorstep, and I'm going to see how far I get. So we're coming up to I don't know what number lock the lock is, but it's at the Gallows Inn, which is a pub named because the area was a place where they used to hang those pesky criminals back in bad old days. Now this lock, they've been doing some work on it for quite a few weeks now. It's the CRT that do this work, the Canal and River Trust. That is the main governing body that looks after all our local canals, and they tend to do most of their maintenance work during the winter months when the canals obviously aren't so busy. A lot of canal boats narrow boats get iced in, so they have to remain where they are because they can't move. It's not healthy for a narrow boat to go crashing through ice on the water. It can damage the boats, so they do most of their maintenance work during the winter months. Narrow boaters and other boat users on the canals do get maps of where the work is happening, so they do know where most of the work is happening, so they can avoid certain areas and certain canals that's going to be shut off for the maintenance. So this is where they're working at the moment. I don't know exactly what they're doing, whether it's, I don't think it's maintenance on the path, because the path of this section is pretty good, in pretty good condition. So I'm assuming they're doing some work either on the locks or, well, I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know if you can see down there. I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, let's have a walk onto the bridge. I should be able to see better over there what they're doing. This is the pub, you've seen it on videos before. Gallows Inn pub, yeah, and around this area, this is where they used to. I'm not sure whether it was on this land or the fields. There's some fields over there. I think it was the fields area where they used to hang criminals. Let's have a look what they're doing. It's on a Sunday, so it doesn't look like there's anybody, not that I can see anyway, but anybody working on it. Well, there you go guys, so that's what a canal lock looks like when it's drained out. No doubt when they first drained it there was a lot of rubbish strewn in there, but which they've cleaned out obviously by the looks of it. Oh, they have been doing some work on the locks. It looks like they've put 2 new locks in, brand new locks there, look guys. Never even noticed it. Not even been painted. So this is all the playing fields beyond Gallows Lock that you've just seen, and the Gallows Inn. All football pitches, rugby pitch over that side, and these are football pitches There's a game going off at the moment. I don't know if you can see that in the distance there, guys. Game of football, and that's football, not soccer. What we're coming up to here, guys, is I think there's about 3. I'm not sure. I don't want to video too close because there's somebody out and it's a bit invasive. But they're permanent moorings. I don't think I've ever seen these canal boats move, although a couple of them look like they might, 2 or 3 of them look like they might sink if they try and move them. So I don't know whether they're official permanent moorings. I know you do have to pay for permanent moorings. And they've got the sheds there as well, look, if you can see. Right. A few more here, look. Right up to the lock, actually. I've never seen so many boats. Hiya. Are you alright with me just doing a quick film? Hey? If you want to. if you want to be. What a nice chap. Just been having a good talk to him. He's been narrowboating for over 20 years and he loves it. As you guys probably already know, I'm a frustrated narrowboater myself. So we're now at Hallenfields Lock, number 66. Oh, just having a right good talk to him. We're talking about the low, funnily enough, about the water levels being so low, and obviously I never thought about it, but as he said, one of the reasons for it is because of the work they're doing on the lock gallows at Gallazin, which I showed you. And these locks don't hold the water very well apparently, so water's leaching through the other section through these lock gates slowly, so that's making a big difference to that section I've just showed you. There's a couple of boats moored up here actually, so I don't know. These must have been, this one looks like a CRT boat, Canal and River Trust boat. Let's have a look. Yeah, well, it hasn't got CRT painted on it, which they usually have, but no, this is definitely a work boat, or a work barge actually, this one. So have you seen the name? What a cool name. You see that, guys? Little John. An apt name for that little boat. Yeah, this canal, narrowboat up here, I can only assume that they ignored the advice not to come down here by CRT. They didn't know about not coming down here, or they've been moored up here before they were telling you not to come down here. But it's not leaning, so it's still sitting well in the water. Often you'll see when boats get caught out, when the water levels drop, because the edge, like I said earlier, it's deeper. That's why you try to stick in the middle when you can. It's because the edges are a lot narrower, and quite often there is like a ledge, like a stone or a brick ledge as well. And so often you'll see when there's low water levels and they're on the side here, you'll have to often see them kind of sitting like that, you know, tilting over. But no, this one seems to be sitting quite well. It's quite a small one, this one is. Don't get me wrong, I'd still have it though. Okay, there you go, guys. Yeah. It's nice to see. Even when this canal's open, you don't admittedly get too much boat traffic on it, because it doesn't go anywhere. You know, it doesn't go anywhere. It just goes from Trent Knot to the Nottingham Basin, which is, as I've already said, is only like 12 miles. So it's alright if you visit, and if you come from another area, I suppose, and you just want to see it. But there's not a lot down there. It's not a big marina at the end. Hello, you beautiful creatures. I'm sorry I've got no food for you. A lot of people are scared of swans, but these are pretty friendly. They're always here on the canal towpath. What beautiful birds, guys, eh? What absolutely beautiful birds. I didn't even get a hiss off them. Usually you get the token hiss from them just so they're letting you know who's boss. Beautiful creatures. You don't usually get that close to ducks though. They usually dive in water out your way. Hello duckies, hey up me ducks. Canal, river. This be the River Erewash, which I'm not sure where it starts. I've said this before. I know it goes as far as Langley Mill over, well, it goes about 40, I've seen it about 40 miles away from where it runs out into. Eventually it runs all the way up to the River Trent again at a place called Attenborough Village, just where the Attenborough Nature Reserve is. If you know the area, you walk over the old rickety wooden bridge there and go towards the Trent, the River Trent there. Oh, here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Yet another dickhead on a motorbike where he shouldn't be, disturbing the peace for everybody else. Wanker. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, it runs. Yeah, just walk onto the Trent and you'll see it running. You'll see the sluice gate there, and that's where that's the River Erewash. That's where it ends. Just coming up to another lock, guys. But I've just noticed this sat in the field. Can you see that, guys? Herring. Yeah, herring's the fish. I always get them two mixed up. Herring is a fish, heron is a big fish-eating bird, which is what that is there. Unusual to see it just sat in the field. I don't know why. You'll see them often sat very still at the side of water looking for fish, so they then dive in to the water and catch the fish. But it's very odd seeing it sat there like that on its lonesome in a field. I don't know if you caught that, guys. Buzzards being chased off by other birds. I don't know if you can pick this up. Yeah, brilliant. Why I'm here, look at this lovely old train bridge. Lovely old iron train bridge, look. Ignoring the spray paint vandalism on it, of course. Look at that. All all the patina on it. And when the last time this was painted, many years ago, look how it was made as well, look. All proper rivets. Not like the crap you see built nowadays, eh? So yeah, where are we? This one here is not used, and I don't know where it goes, where it starts, but it goes into a place called Stanton Works, which at the time of the war were the largest manufacturer of concrete sectioned air raid shelters. And then if you walk down air raid shelters, did I say that funny? Air raid shelters. Sounded like an Australian. Hello? I'm rambling again. Look at this lovely old bridge. Again spoilt by twats with spray cans. Lovely old sandstone bridge. Look at that. Lovely. Well, it goes over the canal, obviously. Another section of the River Erewash, still meandering its way towards the River Trent. There's the canal here, guys. Horrible factory units there. Yeah, here we go. Back on the canal. Somebody having a lovely fire there. I could do with standing around that fire, it's bloody freezing. I might have to put I brought my woolly out with me, and also I might have to put that on in a minute. So this is a nice little section for walkers. Now you're not allowed to come on this section with bikes or horses. Just to the right of that bridge is the path for horses and cyclists. So this path is purely for walkers, which is lovely because to be honest, I'm getting sick of getting buzzed by ignorant cyclists who don't ring the bloody bell, let you know they're coming. I've just had another argument with one. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, what about this then? I know they're nothing special house-wise, but having this at the bottom of your garden would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So yeah, I just thought I'd show you this again. I've showed it on a previous video, but for those who've not seen that one, just a nice little section of canal, and nice away from cyclists. Just caught it, guys. Did you see that? A little squirrel. So on this section of the EREWASH Canal, we've got a small offshoot which goes into a small boatyard, and you can see just through there. Greatest flags in the world there. The Union flag and the St. George's Cross. So guys, getting close to Trent Lock now. That over yonder is Ratcliffe Power Station. which they were supposed to be shutting down this year, but of course of all the brouhaha that's going off around the world and fuel shortages, they've decided to keep it open for a bit longer, which makes you wonder, why not keep it open anyway if it's obviously needed? But hey, I'm no expert. So yeah, we're right near the River Trent now, up at Trent Lock, so we'll start to see quite a few narrow boats moored up now, or as a Canadian friend of mine calls them, longboats. I always thought longboats were the old ships that the Vikings used to use. But anyway, canal boats, narrow boats, longboats, call them what you will. Look at this one. How gorgeous this one is. I always feel you can tell someone's living in it because you can see the smoke from the chimney. Look, what a beautiful Cypress number 7. Beautiful boat. Oh, and I remembered what I was going to say earlier on. I'm doing a sponsored sleep out sometime this month in aid of our homeless veterans. Our homeless veterans are a very good cause. I always like to do things for our veterans, mainly for our homeless veterans, as you probably already know. So yeah, look at that one, Grand Union Canal. Alright ladies, yeah, 20 Bucklesbury, London. Oh, London. Oh, we don't want none of them soft southern shandy drinking boaters down this end. Only joking for anybody who's watching this from the south of England, down south. I always say that's a little one, look. I don't know whether I could live on a smaller one, but I think, especially if I was on my own, I could definitely live on a narrow boat. In fact, I really want a narrow boat. The freedom, oh, bliss, that freedom. So yeah, going back to this sleep out, I'm doing a sponsored sleep out in aid of the homeless veterans. I'm going to go lightweight. I'm just going to use my army bivvy bag. I'll probably take my Dutch one, which is a hoot bivvy, so it's a bit more roomy, and I got a lot more cover in that. I can shut it up but still have my mozzie net open to get some ventilation in. So yeah, I don't know where I'm doing it yet. I've been offered to do it with a few groups, various parts of the country, you know, what locally it's like. When I say various parts of the country, still, you know, within an hour or so of driving. But if I do it on my own, I think I know where I'm going to do it. I'm not going to say where until I've done it, for obvious reasons. Anyway, so yes, this is on his way up to Trent Lock. One of the permanent moorings, houseboat. Quaint little footbridge there. Coming up to one of the little boat yards, dockyard. You can just see another few of the permanent mooring houseboats up there. I'll show you when we get closer. Here's that houseboat we was looking at back there. Again, I don't want to film too much because chimney's going, so there's somebody in it. But yeah, that's a nice one. I think this is the one that I took a picture of an heron stood on the edge there looking into the water, waiting to dive in for a fish. That was last year, that was. Old abandoned house there. Well, it looks abandoned anyway. I wonder who used to live in that. There might still be somebody still living in it for a while, I don't know. You never know these days. There's somebody just mooring up or getting ready to, yeah, just mooring up. Another houseboat there. Look like beach huts they do, don't they? Yeah, this is just mooring up. Hiya. Hiya. The chug of the engine. There's a few more houseboats there, guys. That noise, I love that noise. I love the sound of the engines.
It sounds great, doesn't it?
It does.
Just don't film how rubbish the paintwork is.
Oh, you know what? It's fine, honestly. What engine you got?
It's a Kelvin.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I love the listers. You know the sound of the listers.
Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Have you come far?
Today we've just come down from Aston.
Right.
Yeah, we're hoping to get into Barnyard.
Right. Excellent. Enjoy. Good luck, guys. Bye. There you go. I didn't get them on camera because a lot of people get a bit camera shy or just simply don't want to be on camera, which is fair enough, isn't it, guys? So yeah, I just come from Marston. It's not too far away. Another one there, look. Permanent mooring. The lovely narrowboat here, look. Some of them, I don't understand why some of them haven't got names on. Surely it's traditional to have names on all boats and ships. Vagabond. Another dry dock up there. Basically, dry docks are where you can take your boat in to have work done on them. And dry dock is kind of self-explanatory because this, what you can see on the bottom of the boats, all at the bottom of the boats, that's called blacking, and you have to have that done every so often, every 2 years I think. I mean, if you can afford it, every year, but every 2 to 3 years apparently, and it just protects the bottom of the boat. But obviously most of it's underwater, so it gets damaged quite easily. So yeah, so you go into a dry dock so you can work on it and paint it and do any other repairs that you need to do when your boat's out of the water, basically. So they're quite spoiled at these moorings because you've got this pub here, the steamboat. You just see that, and then you've got a cafeteria. You can just see that lady in pink out there. So you got a cafeteria there, although I'm sure most boaters don't go in to that cafe because tourist cafes are usually quite expensive. A lockhouse tea rooms, there you go, guys. Oh yeah. And then just round the corner here you've got, you can't quite see it, but just round the corner, just there you go, just that building there, you've got another pub, and that's the Trent Lock. So yeah, we might as well go over this bridge. This is where the EREWASH Canal finishes after its 12 odd mile journey from Nottingham Basin at Langley Mill, and this is where it finishes into the River Trent. Third longest river in the country, I do believe, if memory serves. And then over that side to the right you've got the River Soar. I've probably said it before, but I am going to do a video on this, the River Trent. I'm going to go to its source. I've found out where its source is. It's only a tiny little trickle in this field apparently, and it's a bit dodgy to get to because the farmer keeps a dodgy bull in the field apparently that you got to walk through, so hopefully it's not there when I walk through it. But yeah, and then I'll travel up to its finish point and probably do a video of that. I'm definitely going to do a video of its source, but I think it's quite a way. I can't remember the total length of the River Trent, but it's quite a distance. So there's a sailing club over there, and yeah, so the canal boats, narrow boats, can carry on down this stretch here of the Trent, which then takes you to a small section of canal at the CRANFLEET lock, and then you go out of that back onto the Trent. I think there's another section of canal here actually. This goes into another canal, small section. What it is the River Trent has at various points sandbanks, or it's deemed as hazardous for narrowboats to go through. So what they did was cut some sections of canal to the side of it with locks so the narrowboats can go through and not get beached, whatever. So yeah, and then they go through those small sections, obviously back onto the Trent. I shall show you in a minute. I think this actually is still classed as a canal, so yeah, that's right. So we've just gone onto, from there we've just got back onto a section of canal. That bit's the Trent, up that way is a Derwent, so the Trent's going down that way, I think. Don't quote me on this. Yeah, I think so, which is deemed unnavigable because of, I think there's a weir up that end as well. So yeah, all boat traffic is diverted down this way, down this small section of lock. I don't know what you'd call this small section of canal. Sorry, I don't know what you'd call this canal. Whether it's definitely not part of EREWASH Canal. That's finished. But yeah, whether this would be classed as Nottingham Canal, I'm not sure. I've never looked into that, to be honest. So yes, we're coming up just where that bridge is. We're coming up to a lock. Show you when we get closer. And here we go, guys. Here's the first section of canal after we've got off the EREWASH back onto the Trent. This is one of the short sections of canal by the side of the river that you... Here you go then, guys. Perfectly timed, just joined by two lovely swans again. So this is the coming up to the CRANFLEET lock. You can just probably see that white building in the distance. That's where the lock gates are, and this is the site of a few moorings, as you can see. Now, I'm not sure the name of the boat, but there is an Instagram page that I follow, and she follows me as well. Thank you for that, Sarah, if you're watching this. And she's now got a licence to be a trader from her boat, and she's actually organising a boat festival later on this year, which should be good. I'll be going to that. I've spoken to her a few times on Instagram, but I'm not sure which one her boat is. I'm not sure the name of her boat, to be honest. But I know she's moored down here. I spoke to her recently on Instagram. I know she's moored down here somewhere. I mean, it might have been one of them boats up there that I've already walked past along the path. So, yeah. Okay, guys. I'll show you when I get a bit closer. Here we go, guys. CRANFLEET lock, Nottingham Yacht Club. That was the white building you could see in the distance earlier on. Always nice in the summertime in particular to call in here if you're on your bike or a long walk to have a pint. So here we go, guys. The locking mechanisms that you use to open and shut the gates, to unlock them, should I say, and to let the water out, to fill up so you can get your boat through. Oh, buddy. Yeah, in the summertime, I don't know whether it's all the time, but I know in the summertime you get people volunteers from the CRT working these locks usually. It's always really well kept, these locks are as well, which is always nice to see. You have quite a few events on down here as well. NYC, New York City, a bit far from that. So yeah, we have quite a few events on here, and I've been to one or two. Remember last year I went to one where there was supposed to be an old Lancaster bomber flying over, but it flew over the day before, and it was supposed to be flying over the Sunday when I was here, but it had engine problems, so it never came over, unfortunately. And there's the River Trent again, guys. Yeah, very narrow, and you can probably see, oh, you can't see it here, the weir, but yeah, so this is why the boats have to come through this lock, because of various things, shallow water, etc, etc. But yeah, here you can see the end of the lock, and beyond that there's the River Trent again. So that the NYC you saw in the garden bit, that was for Nottingham Yacht Club, not New York City. So as you can see, I've changed my out for something a bit warmer. Oh, that's for the charity sleep out thing I'm doing for the homeless veterans. So yeah, Nottingham Yacht Club is the NYC, and I had to call in to the club there. It's basically a pub, so I just had a quick cheeky pint and grabbed some grub, because I wasn't planning on doing a long walk today, so this is kind of last minute, so I've not come prepared. Basically I brought no food with me. Yes, I know. So I've just grabbed a couple of bags of peanuts, which are always good for energy, and I got a free pasty. I burnt one, that's why I got it free. Hey, but I'm not grumbling. I've not even had any breakfast this morning, so I'm definitely running on empty. So yeah, as you can see, we're We're change arms. Walking along the banks of the River Trent now. So yeah, it's a good old haul I've got now to go. First of all, I'll be in Beeson Marina. Well, I'll be hitting the visitor centre. They turn in for the visitor centre for Attenborough Nature Reserve first. All this back of me now, on the other side of that bank, I'm for quite a way up there, up there, and down this the way I'm going towards Beeson. It's all gravel pits, which is where they dug out for gravel, basically, for, you know, so it's all just been left and water's filled the holes up over the years, and it's now all a nature reserve. There's a yacht club on it, there's fishing, a lot of fishermen. There's now only been open a few years, another club where you can do wild swimming, and you can do all windsurfing and all that sort of stuff. I've not been to that yet. I walked past it on a walk with the Ramblers the other week, actually, first time I've been to it. But when we get warmer weather, I'm going to go there, give it a go. Maybe have a go at windsurfing. That should be a laugh, eh? I'll have to put my GoPro, I'll have to dust my GoPro down and use that. That's waterproof. My phone's supposed to be, but I won't like to trust it. It's a few years old now, and I'm certainly not going to get my gimbal wet. So yeah, should be good. So right, a long old haul now down to, well, past Attenborough Nature Reserve, as it's called, and the visitor centre. Well, they're turning for it anyway. And I'll show you where, I can show you then where the River EREWASH I was talking about earlier, and I can show you where that runs into the Trent. And then it's down to Beeson Marina, Beeson Locks, where there's a lovely cafe I've been in before, showed you, and Beeson Weir. Alright guys, it's back in and on. So there's the River Trent, guys. Here's the path I'm on. Quite a well-made path, thankfully. And here's part of the gravel pits that I was telling you about, which do extend, like I say, for quite a way. Can you hear the boat engine from over there? I can. That thud 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 over the water. Can you hear it? So there you go guys, this is the last bit of the River Erewash, where it runs into the River Trent. It's very low at the moment, very low. So, up that way, up that path where those two people are walking down, that takes you up to Amber Nature Reserve. I see the bird on the table there, feeding. So, I shall be continuing on along this path along the River Trent until I get up to Beeson Marina, and then the start of Beeson Canal, which eventually runs into Nottingham Canal. It's the same canal basically, but it goes from Beeson Canal to Nottingham Canal. Flagging there guys, flagging there. I don't know how many miles I've done, I'll put it up, I'll have a look in a sec.